my name's Louisa and I am the owner of Workflow Virtual Assistant. So today I want to talk to you about LinkedIn. Now there are lots of different types of experts out there and yes, they all have good advice to share, but I wanted to give you my perspective on LinkedIn because my approach works. I get results, 90% of my work comes from LinkedIn, I get good engagement, so I would say on average my posts get between 40 and 80 comments. They get lots of likes, they get a good amount of views, but you know, it's about making the content relevant. So some of my tips for you, and I've even written them down. Now, stay true to your values. So think about who you are, remember who you are, what's important to you and your business. Don't just create different types of posts like explosive posts if that's not who you are and what you're about. Yes, it might get good engagement, but is that really part of you and what you stand for? Secondly, be original. There's nothing worse than when I see lots of people and they're all sharing the same types of content. It's just a bit repetitive, it doesn't stand out, it doesn't have that impact that you're looking for. Next, consider how you structure your posts. So for example, if you see a post which is just a whole paragraph of text, break it down, okay? So think about your opening line of your post, make it something that's going to stand out. So I don't mean explosive, I mean something which is going to grab the attention of your ideal client or someone that's in your industry. Whoever it is, just make it stand out. And then at the end of your post, ask a question, but don't then answer the question because that kind of makes it irrelevant because you've answered it and then someone's not really thinking they need to kind of engage in your post. You need to encourage that engagement, and that's what really makes a difference for me. So the types of content that I share. So I share content that's relevant to me. It's hopefully, I hope you agree, it's interesting, it's thought-provoking, it's informative. I'll share tips and hints, I'll ask for recommendations, and it's just a really great way of engaging with the community of LinkedIn, and it's an approach which works. Don't talk too much at people. So I see this a lot where I'll look at posts and yeah, it might be interesting to you, and yes, you're trying to demonstrate your knowledge and your experience, but the way it comes across is that you're just talking at people, and then I read that and I think, I actually wouldn't want to go on your course because it just sounds like that's all you're going to do. You need to encourage people to respond and to get a flavour of who you are and what you're about. Sales posts, again, I see so many, you know, link in the comments, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, awesome. But going back to my last point, again, you need to think about what's going to make someone want to go onto your course and book onto it. I rarely do sales posts. I really do. But it's quite interesting. So I recently shared a testimonial which my client had written for me on LinkedIn, totally unexpected. It was an amazing testimonial, and she had written 10 reasons why people should work with me. Now I shared that as a document. People are saying that's the reason it's got good engagement. I disagree. I think it's because of the way that I structured it. Yes, it was a document, but the testimonial stood out because of how I structured it. So it grabbed people's attention, and also the context within the post meant that it made people want to read it as well. So that post has had almost 50,000 views. It's like 49,360 views or something. It's had 216 comments, 461 likes. And it's also brought with it a whole bunch of inquiries for people that want to find out more about what I do, either in terms of my VA work or my LinkedIn mentoring. So it's really worked for me. Great exposure, and I never expected that. That wasn't what it was about. My next tip, show your personality. Don't be afraid to be you. Remember, know, like, trust. People buy from people, and that's so true. So often people get in touch with me to say they want to work with me because they like how I come across, they feel they know me, and I'm not giving too much away, but you get a sense, I hope you'll agree, of who I am, what I'm about. And finally, consider the time of day when you're posting. So if your ideal client is working in an office, for example, chances are they're not going to be looking at LinkedIn at 10 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. It's likely to be they're going to look at LinkedIn at, say, before they're getting ready for work, even if they're a freelancer. You know, if they don't want to get those interruptions during the day, they might be looking first thing in the morning, maybe at lunchtime, and then again in the evening. So I often find the best times for my engagement is evening posts. So yeah, think about what's best for you. You know, don't just follow all the advice of everybody else. Be you. Stand out from the crowd. That is going to be what makes the biggest difference. Okay, if you have any questions or you'd like to know more about what I do or anything, feel free to ask them in the comments below or send me a message. Have a great day. It's blue sky and sun here for the first time in ages. It feels so nice to wear a t-shirt, but I'm full of a cold. Have a fantastic weekend and I will see you again soon. Bye.